NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA. Let's look at the earnings per share, the valuation, the PEG ratio, the prediction. This is part of our price prediction party live event. We've got our music coming up later, and I'm just making this video during a live stream. And let's talk about NVIDIA now, because we've had an awful week. It hasn't bounced back yet. Everyone's getting frustrated. Emails are flying into me. Messages are flying into me. What's going on? The market's still going down. Is NVIDIA finished? The NVIDIA bubble, the AI bubble, is it all over? No. Don't trade NVIDIA. It's a good business, and let me show you why. If you want more technical information, join Sensei on Sunday, 3 p.m. Central on the channel. Not this channel. Yes, in fact, this channel, the channel that you'll be watching this when I post it. Does that make sense? I'm in the party channel live, but I'll post this on the investment channel. So yes, on this channel, for those of you listening to me live, not this channel. For those you watching on the recording, this channel. On Sunday at 3 p.m. Central, join him, ask him for an NVIDIA chart, and he'll do it for you. But I am still very, very bullish on NVIDIA. Still seeing it going to 130, 140, and still see it going to 200 by the end within 12 months. Okay, nothing has changed there. And let me give you a few pointers why I feel that's the case. And let's see if you agree with me. First of all, a lot of people think that NVIDIA is priced to perfection. And yes, it is, in a way. If you look at its current earnings and where it stands today, it probably is priced to perfection. No probably about it, it is. What that means is the stock is always ahead of its price. In other words, a growth stock like this, which is performing really well, people really like, it can get overbought because they see it going stronger in the future. And I still feel that. However, the stock recently, over the last couple of weeks, has behaved a little bit like a meme stock. It's getting a little bit over and above itself. It's going a bit crazy at the moment. It needs to settle down, which it will, of course. The horse trading, the cattle market will soon be over. We'll get past the election, we'll get past the FOMC report, and things will settle down. No doubt about it. It's still a great business just because people are dumping it and all the rest of it. It's still a great business. However, what's good to see is it doesn't seem to want to go any lower. It's been like this now the last couple of days, just sort of bouncing around this level, bounces up, back down again. It doesn't seem to want to go any lower, which is good. We have said potentially a $90 is the bottom for this stock. And at the end of the day, when you buy NVIDIA, you're looking at it going to 200. I'm assuming I wouldn't be buying anything that can't do a significant gain. What's the point? The risk to reward isn't there. If you believe it will go to 200, do you care if you bought it for 100 or 90? Well, you shouldn't. I don't think that really matters. What's important is you've made a substantial return and you own a great business, right? So we are approaching the bottom. But let's talk about the valuation, because it is priced to perfection, or so they say, if you look at the current earnings. But what about the forward earnings? What it's going to earn next with Blackwell, so on and so forth. Those delays, they're not a concern. There's plenty of chips out there. Customers are being taken care of. Not an issue. All we've got now is uncertainty with the election. People just don't know what to do with their money, so they're just taking it out and putting it somewhere else. It makes perfect sense. I would if I was a billionaire. I wouldn't sit in the market. I'd just leave my money in the bank and sit on the beach. Obvious, right? Or put it somewhere with a high yield anyway. 5-6%, whatever, which you can get on Robinhood, just leave it there. So why would you be in the market? But if we look at the forward going earnings, if we look at the PEG ratio, we can see it's looking pretty good, actually. In fact, it's not so expensive after all. So if we look at the price per earning share going forward, we're an A minus. We're very, very good. Very, very good indeed. The stock is very healthy. The valuation is not expensive. So if we scroll down here and look at the price per earnings ratio, gives you a valuation. If we compare it to other stocks, you'll see it's pretty good. I'm probably looking right at it. I'm sure I am. Dividend. I know I'm staring right at it. I'm looking right at it, aren't I? There we go. Price to earnings ratio, 50. Can you remember when Tesla was 80 and 90? 50. Now, when you consider the S&P 500 is around about 22%, 22 times earnings, 50 is one of NVIDIA's lowest price to earnings ratio that it's had. And for those of you who don't know what that means, the price in relationship to the earnings, that's the ratio. So in other words, the more the stock earns, right, the higher the price, the ratio can remain the same, okay? So the earnings is going up and expecting to go up much more in the future than it is today. So the price at the moment is 50. In real terms, going forward, it's a lot less than that, all right? So if we look over here, we can actually see the PEG ratio, 39.05 forward. You can see that. PEG gap TTM is 0.12. You can see that. The stock going forward with the forward earnings is actually not expensive, and neither is the S&P, which obviously has 6.7% of NVIDIA contained in it. So it's not actually that expensive considering where it's going. So I'm very bullish on NVIDIA. I also want to share this with you. We're just days away now from the iPhone event, and this will benefit all AI. This will benefit NVIDIA because the market will start being bought up again. There's going to be a slight delay. Well, it's not a delay, but they announced it already that the AI contribution to your new iPhone comes a couple of weeks later. Shouldn't be a major problem though. Catalyst to watch: Apple's iPhone event, Oracle earnings, Google antitrust trial, and the August CPI print. Okay, let's just read through this a little bit. This is all relative to NVIDIA. Volatility watch. All right, volatility watch. This is on Monday. Options trading volume is elevated on GameStop ahead of retailers' earnings report. The most overbought stocks, they're not interested in that one. We'll skip that one. Load of bloody nonsense. All day preliminary injunction. I found something in this I wanted to share with you. Okay, let's get to this. Apple will hold an event titled It's Glow Time that is expected to feature details of the iPhone 16 and the suite of AI features, including in Apple Intelligence. The public rollout of iOS 18 is also anticipated. This is good for all the AI stocks, Apple, and so on and so forth. I thought there was something in here with NVIDIA. We've got Microsoft here. Let's look at this. Microsoft will hold a cybersecurity conference at its Redmond, Washington campus. Not interested in that. CrowdStrike, no. I'm sorry about this. I really thought there was an NVIDIA point I wanted to make. Here we go. All day. This is on Monday. The third day of the Goldman Sachs Communicopia and Technology Conference includes presentations from NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, Salesforce CRM Mark Benioff, and Applied Materials. That's happening, of course. We know about that. I thought there was some special point to this, though. And it looks like I was misled. Looks like there's not anything in this that's of any use to me. No, skip that then. Let's come over to this. EPS growth for the Mag 7 is decelerating. So now what this is about is we've seen that the growth for the Mag 7, which of course NVIDIA is in, it's been selling off, valuations have been coming down, but it's slowing down now. We're approaching the bottom, we're approaching oversold territory. And once we get past the FOMC report, that would be very volatile. We're encouraging everyone to join us for that live event. And once we get past the election, and just think about it, it's only a couple of months away, and we're a whole new world once again. So that's good, but it's decelerating. EPS growth is slowing for most of the Magnificent Seven stocks, but Tesla, according to a Ned's research note. Oopsie-daisy, what happened there? How did that suddenly just jump there? All right, let's try that again. I beg your pardon. That's better. The mega caps, Amazon, NVIDIA, Meta, Google, Microsoft, Apple, are suffering from the law of large numbers, all priced to perfection, people taking profits due to uncertainty, slowing part of the season, also looking forward to a Santa rally, drive everything down to buy it back, are suffering from the law of large numbers, as sky-high EPS growth rates are difficult to repeat, especially by some of the largest and most profitable companies in the world. All but one of the Magnificent Seven stocks, Tesla, are expected to see a slowdown in their EPS growth in the third quarter compared to the second. Also, 4 of the 7 stocks are expected to exceed consensus estimates of 16.8% for the S&P 500 in the third quarter. Clissold said that investors question the premium warranted for companies with decelerating but superior EPS growth could play into a pullback during the seasonal weak pre-election period. Exactly what I've been saying. So really, you've got all these things coming together, but in my opinion, this provides an opportunity to buy back. So for me, I'm already in. I'm not adding any positions until it goes down up to 10%. It could drop. I'm waiting. I've got plenty of margin available to me to add more. And then if I feel it's too much, I can trim on the way up just to take some profits off the table. But I'm hoping not to have to sell anything. NVIDIA actual year-over-year EPS growth in Q2, 151.9. Q3 estimate minus Q2 actual, 68.6%. I think there's nothing there else I want you to cover. Anyway, so I just wanted to repeat. I know it's been a very difficult week for everybody. We had the earnings, which was a fantastic earnings. I predicted a great earnings and 130 on earnings. I think it just touched it, 129 and a half or wherever it was. It just touched the 130 like I predicted and then sold off. And it's been selling ever since. But it's remaining above that 90, which is where we said was the bottom. It's holding above there, around about the 100. And I think we are good. All we've got to do is stay in the game, add some more. If you bought it on the earnings at 130, 128, 129, 120, I know a lot of you did. Now you're getting a good discount from that position. Why would you not add to your positions and lower your averages? Even if you overweight yourself, you can always then trim back when it goes up, because it will go up. I'm sure it will go up before the end of the year once we get past the elections and all the rest of it. Anyway, there's my thoughts on NVIDIA. Now, we have got 2 events that are going to be very relatable to NVIDIA. There's no doubt about it. We are going to get 2 events that are going to be very volatile for NVIDIA. Unquestionable, no doubt about it. These 2 events. We've got the FOMC event, and I'm calling this NVIDIA Day. I'm sure we're going to have about 40,000 people watch us live. I'm calculating that because 153 likes on an event that's 11 days away. No doubt about it, we're going to get up into the 40,000s watch us live. And that is so important. A lot of investors, NVIDIA and AI investors, are looking out at this event with Jerome Powell. And I believe that this could be his last performance, because if Donald Trump wins the election, he has said he's going to fire Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell wants this to be a success. There's that event. But just before it, we've got the US election as well. And this is 4 days away. I just announced this last night. Already 18 likes. This is going to be popular. And everything to do with the Trump trade will be affected. So we're all familiar with the Trump trade. Certain stocks benefit, DJT. We've got Funware and others will, and crypto is supposed to be a benefit of Trump, even though I've sold all my Bitcoin because that's going down and down like a stone. And I said it could go as low as 15,000 Bitcoin. I sold it all. I would not be sitting around waiting for that to happen. But anyway, there you go. There are the 2 events. So if you want to take part in those events, I think they will be very influential over NVIDIA. Join me. I'll give you all the links above my head down below in the description. I shall put over here the debate for the US election. Live coverage of that with live phone-ins and some special American surprises. And down here, the FOMC report. Join me for both of these events. I'm sure they're going to be very, very important to the stocks, all stocks, especially volatile stocks like NVIDIA are at the moment. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.